Hello, you guys. I know we have a lot to catch up on. I just wanted to film a chit chat, get ready with me. I went to Ulta and I got some new things. I got some new things that I'm pretty excited about. So they're in here and I want to test them out, kind of give you like a first impressions on them. But yeah, I just want to sit down and film and talk and explain why I've literally been gone for quite some time now, almost a month since I last uploaded, and that wasn't what I wanted. So yeah, I did my eyebrows already because my eyebrows take me forever. I used the Brow Contour Pro and the Precisely My Brow Pencil, both from Benefit. This one's a little too warm, but this one is like more cool tone, so it works. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got at Ulta today, and then I'm going to start doing my makeup, and we're just gonna talk, and we're just gonna spill the beans on what's been going on and why I no longer have hair like I used to. And yeah, so at Ulta. So first off, I got this. This is the Makeup Revolution Face Quad in the color Incandescent. I believe that's how you say it. So it's a highlighter. I've lately been on this like Makeup Revolution kick where I literally just want to test like all of their products. So I bought their foundation. I already have their concealer, and the concealer is really, really good. I had it before I had the Tarte Shape Tape, but like I can tell you right now, it is pretty similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, the mirror is cracked. Well, that's annoying. Okay, good thing I don't want the mirror anyways. Well, can you see the crack in it? That's annoying. Anyways, this is what the colors look like. When I swatched them, they were super pigmented. I'm so disappointed about this. Yeah, they're super pigmented. Super excited to use them. Yeah, that's that. I got the NYX Honey Do Me Up. I got this because normally I have really oily skin, and lately, since when I explain everything, my skin has been super dry. I'm still going to use this today just because I bought it and I want to try it really, really badly. I got a few eyebrow pencils because I bought a bunch of wigs recently and I kind of want my eyebrows to match the wigs that I'm wearing, so there's that. They were on sale for like 99 cents each, I think, and yeah. So I also got the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage in foundation in the cover Light Beige. I think this is the right color. I hope it's the right color. And then I got the Flower Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer in the color Light. That's what I use to carve out my brows. What I'm super excited about is this. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. To me, this is just the Tarte Shape Tape everything. Like, the concealer was just like the Tarte Shape Tape, and then Tarte released the Shape Tape Foundation, and it wasn't as good as the Shape Tape, but I've heard this one's really good, so yeah, there's that. So I'm going to start by priming my face. I already hydrated my face because, like I said, my face has been super dry. I use my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I normally don't put oils on my face, but because of how dry my face has been, I just wanted to. So now I'm going to take the Honey Do Me Up. It smells good. It feels nice. I put it on my forehead already. But, I mean, you can just see probably, I don't know if the camera's picking up, like, how red I am right here. I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my face. So the thing, okay, it smells great. It smells very, like, clean. I'm going to put this all over my face, and then I'm going to go in it with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer and put that in my T-zone. And it's so weird because you put this on and you're, like, expecting it to be, like, sticky, and it's not at all. I mean, it becomes sticky once you start rubbing it into the skin, but until then it's like super like liquidy. So when I bought this, I bought it because I heard some people say like, oh, it's super like good for oily skin, but like, I don't know, it feels kind of hydrating. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish and just put that right, not in my T-zone, but like right in my pores, right here. Avoid putting it on your nose because this will just cause product to slip and slide off your nose. I'll probably start talking now. So the reason I have been so AWOL is because I was in the hospital for quite some time. I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna use this foundation. Yeah, we're gonna try it. So basically, to start explaining things off, this is too late, oh no. It was December 2nd. I woke up. I had extreme abdominal pain from like here, like right below my my boobs, down to like all the way down to my waist, and like it was horrible. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why I was in so much pain. Breathing hurt, like everything hurt. And so we went to the ER and we thought that I had appendicitis. Like, I wish it was just appendicitis. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start just blending this in. So we went to the ER and they did like a chest x-ray, they did a CT scan. Yeah, this is a little too pale for me. It's okay, whatever. I had a lot of bronzer later. They did a CT scan. They did like everything under the sun to me. And then they were like, well, we found, it's not your appendix. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like, what is it? And they were like, well, we found a cyst on one of your ovaries. And I was like, oh, great. Like, I had an ovarian cyst like 2 years ago when I was 16. And like, they did a laparoscopy. And I was like, okay, it's a simple procedure, whatever. But they were like, and it's quite big, so it's not like a simple procedure kind of thing. And I was like, oh. Well, first impressions, it's super full coverage, but I messed up on the color so badly. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna mix the color on top of it. So they were like, well, you probably have to have it removed at some point, and you know, we're not sure what it could be, like, you know. And I was like, what do you mean you're not sure what it could be? And I guess they, after doing more tests on it and an ultrasound, it came back as being a mass instead of a cyst. And the difference between those two, oh my god, I literally look like Flash right now. The difference between the two is that a cyst is a liquid-filled sac, and a mass is obviously like, you know, like a tumor. And so I guess when they ran some tests, or they did the ultrasound, they could see that it was not only a cyst, but it was also a tumor. I'm going to take a little bit of, this is the light beige color, the Maybelline Superstay. I'm just going to take a little bit, like 2 pumps, not even, like a pump and a half, and just try to work this all over the skin to try and bring back some color. And so I had to stay overnight in the hospital to monitor my pain levels, because like my pain was at like an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, and that was like 8 constantly. It wasn't just like 8 at random like moments, it was an 8, constant 8 pain. Oh my god, this is too light. Oh no, this is not good. And so I was like freaking out, because I was like, this could be cancerous, like this is not good. And then they did some blood work, and the blood work, so this was Sunday, I stayed Sunday to Monday in this hospital, in this like one hospital, and I live in Texas, so I was at a hospital called Methodist in Richardson. And so they were like, okay, we're gonna keep you overnight, monitor you for your pain, and like keep you like comfortable. And I was like, okay, this is fine, like that's fine. And then they did some blood work, and the blood work was to A, look at my blood counts and like everything, and B, to see if there's these like, to track these thing called tumor markers. And tumor markers normally give you a clue without even a biopsy if it's something's cancerous or not. So my tumor markers came back in a normal, like in the average range. One of them was a little high, but it was still within the average range. So we were like, oh, this is a good thing. But they were like, we still want you to have surgery. We still want to like watch you and everything. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't mind that. I'm, you know, chilling in the hospital, not feeling it, like super like on super duper pain meds, because like I was in like so much pain that like breathing was like so difficult. And so they, I don't remember, So they transferred me to a new hospital on Monday night. And they transferred me to a hospital in Dallas called Baylor. And it's my hospital now, and it's a wonderful hospital. But they needed to transfer me because A, I needed surgery, B, the hospital I was at didn't have a gynecologist oncologist because it was my ovary. And so they transferred me, whatever. I stayed there, and then I had surgery Tuesday. It was a pretty big surgery. Or like, it wasn't big. It was just like, I have a pretty cool, I won't say cool, but I have a pretty big scar from it now. My scar is about, I would say 6 to 7 inches, maybe, give or take a bit. It's pretty big. It's healed a lot better now because like it's been 3 weeks post-op yesterday, no, 2 days ago. And I'm able to like sit up now, but like 2 weeks ago I was barely able to sit up. I had to like stay in a laying position. It was like so difficult for me to function as like a normal human being. And so I'm gonna take this Flower Beauty concealer. I'm gonna try and conceal. I don't know, I think it's too dark for my under eyes, but I'll do it anyways. So I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm gonna put some Tarte Shape Tape over it because, yeah, this concealer did a really good job at like carving out my brows, but like, I just don't know if I like the shade range because the other, like the lightest one is fair, and looking at it in the bottle, it looked too like pink for me, so I couldn't use it. I don't know, we'll blend this in and we'll see how it looks. So they, I had surgery and they ended up removing one of my ovaries, my right ovary, and this tumor that I had. And they said this tumor was, initially they thought it was about 16 inches, 16 centimeters. And that's about 6.5 inches, almost 6.5 inches. It's 6 inches for sure, but it's, I think 6.3. Like, I looked it up. I was bored in the hospital. I'm just putting some Laura Mercier powder in here. They ended up removing the ovary and my tumor, and it ended up coming back as a cancerous tumor. So we found out that I have stage 2 ovarian cancer. And then I got my staples out from surgery about a week and a half after surgery. And then I started chemo last Tuesday. So that was, I believe, the 19th. This is why I've been gone. This is why I cut my hair off, because I did not want to watch it fall off. I did not want to watch it. Some people say it doesn't even all come out. Some people say it thins out, but I don't know what to expect. And so I don't want to risk like me waking up one morning and just seeing all my hair on my pillow, you know? It's more for like a mental health thing. Like, this is hard enough to handle like on my body, and I need to be able to keep my body healthy, and so I need to be able to keep my like mental health up. Cutting my hair was pretty weird. Kind of freaked me out because I had literally just cut my hair 2 weeks, like a week prior to all this happening. Like, cut it, it was, it was like, I cut most of the dye I had in it, which is why like my hair is not like kind of a weird color. Like, it was like this color and then like kind of orange at the bottom. It was because I dyed my hair when I was a sophomore. I dyed it red, and I was red for quite some time. And so my hair grows super slow. So it took forever for it to grow back, and it was like, I was taking pills, like the, I think it's called biotin. I was taking biotin and, you know, hoping that that would help my hair grow, and it did. My hair grew like crazy. Okay, usually I use this, but this is too hard for me to use right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to set everything. Like, I had just cut my hair off, and so I shaved my head the Saturday before starting chemo. And the reason I didn't cut it all the way, which I'm sure I'm gonna get like asked this, is because someone actually told me not to. Because when you're starting chemo, like, you really have to be careful you don't come in contact with any illnesses. Like, if you cut yourself, you have to like go above and beyond to make sure, you know, it doesn't get infected, because your immune system is compromised. So they were like, if you like, you're shaving your head and they nick you by accident, even though it like might not be common to happen, but if they did, you could compromise your immune system, and like we don't want that. And so that's why I didn't cut it all off, which is why like I'm like mentally preparing myself for when it is starting to fall off. And it already kind of started to thin out and fall out in little pieces. But I would take this over like my actual like long hair falling out, because that would just scare the crap out of me. So I did post that on my Instagram for my makeup. If you aren't following me, I'll put my little, my handle, my username somewhere on the screen right now, so you can go ahead and follow that if you wish it. Yeah, it's been a crazy past 3 weeks. I was supposed to go to Germany in a few days, and I was really excited because I was hoping to vlog all of that, and like I was hoping to do a video of me like what's in my, like what am I packing, and like, you know, I was going because my boyfriend lives in Germany, and so we were going to go, and I was going to celebrate my birthday there and celebrate our anniversary there. And so it just really put a damper. And I was also supposed to go back to Chicago for Christmas, because that's where I'm from. And so it just really put a damper in everything. It's just kind of crazy how fast everything happened too. If you just think about it, like 3 weeks, a month ago, I was a perfectly healthy, you know, or I guess I technically wasn't healthy. I still had cancer 3 months ago. But, you know, I was living my best life. I was happy. I didn't feel sick, I didn't look sick, and now it's like, what happened? I'm gonna prime my eyes. I'm gonna use my P. Louise base in 01, and then I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, so also when I was at Ulta, I was hoping, like really hoping I could find the Vault collection, but it was not there, so that was kind of sad. I just really wanted to try it. Like at first I was kind of like skeptical about it, because I was like, you know, it's so many, like, there's so many hit or miss reviews on it, and like it just, I don't know if I want to like risk it. But then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it, like, screw it. And then of course after I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna do it, it's not even there. So that was kind of annoying, but I mean, again, it is what it is. I don't even know if they sell the Vault collection. Like, I know they sell the actual, like, each individual palette. I know they had them there. They were all there. But I didn't want to buy each individual palette for $15 when, you know, the Vault is being sold for, like, not, like, for a better price. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. So yeah, I mean, that's just where I've been. That's why I haven't been uploading. That's why I haven't been posting. This is the second time I've worn makeup since I was in the hospital. The first time was when I went and shaved my head because I wanted to wear makeup and feel good about myself when, you know, I was trying on wigs. I have a bunch of wigs now. I got most of them off of Amazon, actually. Gotten all of them off of Amazon. I don't know why I said most of them. I've gotten them all off of Amazon. I have like one nice one that's coming, and that's actually the Mikey Glam & Gore and Bellamy hair wig. That's the one that's coming for me because I bought that before all this happened, actually. I want to talk a little bit about like what it's like to be doing chemo, because I'm sure like some people might be interested, and if you're not, then sorry, you can skip ahead. Chemo is like really not fun. Like, it's nothing like the movies, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna take butter, I'm gonna work this into the crease as a transition shade, and then go from there. It's not like the movies, I can tell you that much right now. A lot of people are like, oh my god, chemo is just like the movies, cancer is just like the movies. And like the first thing my doctor said when we were starting, when we were talking about chemo, she's like, it's not like the movies. There's so much medicine, like the whole like sitting at the toilet or like sleeping and curled around the toilet thing is not like, it's not a thing anymore because there's so much medicine to help you like avoid nausea. And so luckily she's right about this. There is, and I like my doctor. Like I think she's one of the most, like the best doctor I've ever had, and like my favorite doctor. She was like, you know, we have so much medicine now to help you like get through this, and you know, there's pain meds and everything, and so like you'll be okay. And so yes, there is nausea medicine that really is helpful. You do have to, for me at least, I do have to keep up with it and like stagger it. So there's two different kinds I take. One is Zofran and then the other one is Compazine, that's what it is. Because I started like, so my chemo sessions, how they are, or how they work, they are 3-week sessions, and luckily not luckily, I know some people like, luckily kind of, some people have to go like 3 years of chemo, or like a year. In my case, because of the type of tumor I have, it responds best to chemo, and so obviously, but so I only have to do 9 to 12 weeks of chemo, and the chemo I'm doing, it's 3-week intervals, so it's the first 5 days I'm in the hospital. Also, I'm just gonna bring this out a little bit to kind of flare it a little more. The first 5 days I'm in the hospital, which is like, that's like the worst part, because it's super aggressive, super like, because the type of tumor, I have 2 types of tumors. They're both under the category of a germ cell tumor, but one of them is a yolk sac, and it's common amongst like children cancers, I think, if I'm not wrong. But it's super aggressive, so we're doing a super aggressive chemo for it. And so they were like, okay, we're just gonna go at it and just take it on, you know, nip it in the butt. And so I was like, all right, cool. So first 5 days in the hospital, and then the second and third week I just go in, and it's an outpatient thing. I go in for the day, get it, leave, no biggie. So I was in last week for it, and then I was in yesterday, and I had to stay overnight naturally, because they were worried that I had a bacterial infection. So I did have to stay overnight, which sucked, but it is what it is. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, this is the Morphe M433, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Roxanne, this one. I'm gonna put this in the crease and kind of just keep it pretty low into the crease, and then I'll go back and blend it out. So yeah, they had to keep me because they were concerned that I had a bacterial infection. Luckily, I don't, and so I was able to go home. They just wanted to keep me in the hospital, keep me hydrated, and keep me, you know, just monitor me and make sure I was okay, which was, you know, it wasn't fun, but gotta do what you gotta do when you're in my shoes. And so my next chemo is actually the day before my birthday, so January 3rd is my birthday, so I'll be in there January 2nd. I really like, I love all my doctors, or all my nurses. I've gotten really close with a lot of the nurses. I think they're all great nurses. They're amazing at what they do, and I'm really grateful because I'm at such a great hospital. So I'm gonna take, this is an M504. I'm just gonna take that first color I'd used, and I'm just gonna use this to blend it out. And so the reason I say 9 to 12 weeks is because after the 9th session, after the 9th week, we're gonna do a CT scan and see how everything looks. And if it's completely gone, then we're not going to do the next 3 weeks. But if it's like kind of like borderline, we're going to go ahead and continue on with it. Luckily, I was able to be home for Christmas, so that was really great because I did not want to be in the hospital, spending Christmas in the hospital. That was like the one thing I really did not want. I'm going to go ahead and take this on the same brush I just used. I'm going to put it all over the lid and then slightly into the crease. And I was really tempted to do like a bright, like literally use these colors right here, these two, and do like an ovarian cancer kind of makeup look, but then I was like, no, because I have people coming over today. My boyfriend actually flew in from Germany to come and see me for only a week because we wouldn't be able to see each other till summer otherwise. Go ahead and take Roxanne again and just start putting that into the crease and just kind of layering it again. Luckily, I have so many like friends and family that have been so supportive during all this. Like my old high school teachers have been amazing. They've just been like texting me and checking up on me and doing everything that they can to, you know, really be there for me and support me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take I think I'm gonna take this color right here and I'll put it all over my eye and then put this on top of it with my finger. So I get a little bit of shimmer, but not much. You know what I mean? So how was your guys' Christmas? I do want to hear about this. A positive note. What did you guys do? What did you get? What was your favorite present that you got? My favorite present that I got was a record player because I love record players. I listen to a lot of old music, and so a lot of people are like, when I tell them I got like a record player, they're like, wow, records are so expensive from like today's music, but like, I mean, I do listen to today's music, don't get me wrong, I do, but like, I love old music. Like, Frank Sinatra is my favorite person on this planet. Yeah, I love Frank Sinatra. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of Roxanne again and start blending this and blending the other color. Oh, what color is this? I should have looked. Sorry. This is in the color Chip. So I'm gonna take Chip and then put 24/7 on top of it. I got a record player. I was super excited about that. I'm super excited that my birthday is right around the corner. It doesn't feel like it is, but it is. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not much in the celebratory mood lately because of everything that's been going on, but at the same time, like, you know, I was very lucky that we caught all of this in time because ovarian cancer is one of those cancers that just sneak up out of nowhere, and then by the time you find it, it's normally too late to do anything about it. I'm super lucky, needless to say. I'm gonna take just a little bit of 24/7. I'm just gonna go ahead and dab this on top. I don't want a lot of shimmer, which is like why I'm like very lightly just like tapping this on. And then I'm gonna do a little trick that I've been watching Tati do. Is it like Tati? I'm gonna take a lighter color. So I'm gonna mix the first two, which is in light and beam. I'm gonna take the first two and I'm gonna mix them and I'm gonna put them right in the center a little bit and just dab it out. I always slouch and then I'm like, wait, you guys can't see me then. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner. So I'm gonna take those same two colors. I'm gonna highlight and pop this right in the inner corner. See, now that I've done my makeup and everything, the brows look a little less warm tone than they did before. I'm gonna take a brush that I was using earlier and just blend out that brow bone highlight so it's not so harsh. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away all this bake because she ain't cute anymore. She wasn't cute to begin with, but you know. I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and mix. I always mix these two. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex and then the Benefit Roller Lash. Always mix these two. I don't think I've never gotten a day where I'm not mixing these two. They're awesome mixed. I'm not gonna wear falsies today. I'm too lazy to even think about falsies. So I always apply my Too Faced one first. I cannot finish a sentence. That's another thing. You get this thing called chemo brain. You just become like foggy and like you can't like think. Like for me, it becomes I can't finish sentences or I just stop talking or I like lose my train of thought. Like, oh my goodness. I remember I was just talking to my mom and I like couldn't get the thought across and she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now. After letting it dry a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and take my roller lash and just start to work it through the eyelashes. I'm gonna set the rest of my face now. I think I'm gonna use my MAC powder, which I haven't used in a hot minute. This is the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30. So this is just a brush I got off of Amazon like years ago. I'm just gonna use it to set everything in place. I use a dense brush or dense packing brush because like I said, I have oily skin, but because ever since I started chemo and ever since I was just like in the hospital, my skin has been so dry, like ridiculously dry. Same with my lips. My lips have been so chapped. And so it's kind of frustrating. I'm gonna really quickly set my face with some MAC Fix Plus just to set all the powders in place, and then I will start doing the bronzing and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm not gonna do the lash line, bottom lash line. I don't know, I just don't want to. So I'm just gonna put mascara on it and call it a day for that. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and take, this is my bronzer. Go ahead and take it on a R14 brush. Go ahead and place it a little above where I normally place it and just blend it down. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that's been going on that I'm like, you know, hey, let's talk about it. Probably not, because like this is what my life has literally been for the past 3 weeks. It's like been hospital visits, doctor visits. I've been like trying, I finally, and like by the time I'm done filming this, when I'm done filming this, I'm gonna go and upload the video. I just need to find my other, my other thumb drive, because, my other SD card, because I need to upload the thumbnail, and I don't have the thumbnail uploaded. So that's what I'm doing right now. And so by the time that one goes up, this one will be going up soon after it, hoping I can edit it tonight a little bit. And the other one, the video, like, by the time you see this one, you probably, hopefully, if you haven't, go watch the other one, have seen the other one, and the other one is a first impressions using my Jeffree Star Alien palette and my James Charles. I used the James Charles one, but I used the colors, and I used in it were colors I haven't used yet. Kind of going light on the bronzer today. I know I do a lot of bronzer. It's just, it's in my blood. I'm gonna go ahead and take this as the Tarte Party Amazonian Clay. I don't even think they sell this one. I've had for so long. That's not the right brush. This is the right brush. I got it in the birthday kit like a while ago, and I probably should have thrown this away by now, but it's my favorite blush in the entire world. And because I can't find it anywhere else, I don't want to like throw it away. I like this one so much because it's a very subtle pink, in my opinion. It's a very, very subtle pink, and I love the subtle pink because I'm not a huge blush person. Like, blush kind of scares me. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes again. I know people always are like, oh my god, don't curl your lashes after you apply mascara, but like, here we are. I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, so now for my part I'm most excited about, my shattered mirror. I'm gonna go ahead and use these. I'm gonna swatch them on the back of my hand because I'm curious. Like, what? Are you kidding? Like, oh my goodness, what even? What is happening? Like, what is, oh my goodness. This one's really pretty. I feel like I'll probably end up using that one. This one, I can tell you right now, is too dark for me, but I'll swatch it anyways. It's really, really pretty. Wow, that's really pretty. That'd make a really pretty eyeshadow. So I think I'm gonna mix these three because I can't decide on which one I want to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go through them all, make a mess. Are you kidding? Oh my god. They are super powdery though. So, I mean, I'm not gonna, this entire thing was $15. I'm not gonna, I thought my camera died. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on it because it's a $15 highlighting palette. Like, if something like this was ridiculously powdery, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's a problem. I'm not a fan. But, A, I've barely touched this thing, so like, that's cool. I mean, I bought it before all, you know, all this stuff happened, so that's that. This is gorgeous. I'm like really loving it. Wow. Ooh. I'm gonna take a little bit of this golden one. They don't have names. Yeah, this is super, super powdery though. So like, there's that. But I mean, it's not bad. It's just kind of annoying. I'm gonna take that golden one and just put it right above my brow bone, or right above my brow arch. Just to kind of get a little more of a glow. Wow, the wind is really, really excited about this highlighter too. What's this? I don't blame you. Okay, cool. So I'm going to now set my brows in place with this. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Lips, I don't know if I want to do anything for lips. I think I just want to put on some chapstick and call it a day. The reason I wait till like the end to do it is because like with all the powders that get in my brow by the end of all this, it's just like, this helps get rid of any of the powders and set it all in place. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this to my Burt's Bees in the bees in the can I talk? Burt's Bees Beeswax chapstick. I'm gonna go ahead and set it one more time with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and then I'm also gonna set it with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Okay, so I took a second and stopped recording, and I cleaned my entire desk off because it was a mess. Capital M mess. So I feel more organized now. I feel good. I'm feeling great. This is lovely. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with me and just not like getting mad that I didn't upload, or you know, commenting and asking where I was, and just, you know, being patient. Again, if you don't follow my Instagram for my makeup, I'll put it up here somewhere. That way you can get updated if, you know, there will be a new video, if I won't be able to edit this video, not this video, but a video. Yeah, I just keep everything on there, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening and understanding and just being patient. I appreciate all of you so much, and yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.